Okay, so this is your Unit 9 review over charts, graphs, box plots. All right, so some teachers at Capital City Middle School want to start a new club. The school principal used a random sample to survey students about what types of clubs they would like to have at school. The results of the survey are shown in the circle graph below. Which statement is best supported by the information in the graph? F. The teacher should not start an art club because students do not seem to care about the art club. Okay, this isn't reasonable because I can't tell if students don't seem to care about it. I mean, they just might not like it as much. They don't want it as much. So that's not something you can associate with. G. Students should start an art sports club because they received 50% of the votes. No, they did not. They received just over about 25%. Oops, I cut off the wrong one. H. The teacher should start a game club because this type of club receives the most votes. Yeah, that's true. J. The teacher should start a sports club because they received the most votes. No, they did not. So H is correct. All right. Elisa asked random customers at 2 different stores in Austin, Texas, how much money they spent in the store. She recorded the information and represented the data in the dot plots below. Which statement is best supported by the information in the dot plots? F. Customers shopping for groceries in Austin, Texas who spend more than $30 always goes to the local grocery instead of the Corner Mart. That's not true because this one person at the Corner Mart spent $35. So that always is what makes it wrong. G. The median purchase of the local grocery for the month of July was $45. Okay, so let's find the median. So the median is 40. So no, it's not 45. So it's wrong. Local grocery has less customers than the Corner Mart. No, they both have 9 customers. So that's wrong. J. Customers at local grocery who participate in the survey usually spend more than $35. They usually spend more. That's a true statement. They usually do spend more than $35. So it is a true statement because it says usually. Doesn't mean it's guaranteed. All right. Number 2. Melissa's monthly budget is shown below. What percentage of her total monthly budget does she plan for clothing? So the first thing you do is find the total. So you add them up, which is $3,125. So then 3,125 goes on the top, on the bottom, and then clothing, which is $250, goes on the top, is equal to X over 100. So you cross multiply, you get 312. Why do I keep saying that? 325X is equal to 25,000. And then you divide it. You get X is equal to 8. So it'll be 8%. All right. Melina started working at Zane's Car Wash. She recorded the number of car washes for each day during the months of October and November, and she displayed the results in the box plots shown below. Which statement best supports the information in the graphs? A. The maximum number of car washes is greater than the maximum number of car washes in November. A. So the maximum for both of them is 25. So 25 is not greater than 25. B. The interquartile range for October is greater than the interquartile range for November. Okay, so the IQR for October. So we're going to do 24 minus 22. You take the ends of the boxes and subtract them. So that's 2. So we're going to do the IQR for November. Do the same thing. So it's 19 and 17. So that's 2. So nope. They're the same. C. The median for November is greater than the median for October. So the median for November is 18 and the median for October is 23. So no, that's not true. D. The data distribution in November's box plot appears to be skewed right. So skewed right means majority of the data is on the left for November, which is correct. And I also know that's correct because I disproved A, B, and C. All right, I forget what number we're on. Number 5. The table below shows the Jayleen's expenses for the month of August. Label each expense as a fixed or a variable with a F or a V. So a fixed means it doesn't change each month, and a V means it does. So rent is fixed, groceries is a variable, gasoline is a variable, car payment is fixed, and entertainment is a variable because you change the entertainment each month. All right, number 6. Gina represents is responsible for the inventory of the boutique where she works. The bar graph below shows how many different items she keeps in 3 areas of the store. If Gina increases the number of children items to 18, how many teen items should she increase it by to keep the ratio of child to teen items the same? Okay, so the child is 12, teen is 6, and then adult is 16. So we're going to do child to teen. So child over teen. Okay, so she's increasing the child to 18. So you're going to do 18 over x. So you can cross multiply. 18 times 6 is 108. That's 12x. Divide by 12. 108 divided by 12 is 9. So 9 is actually not your answer. I have to increase the items from 6 to 9, but it says how many items should she add in order to keep the ratio the same. So what you're going to do is you're going to do 9 minus 6, which is 3. So she needs to add 3 more teen items. All right, number 7. Ashley asked her friends to weigh the cats and dogs at home. She displayed the results in the box plots shown below, which statement is supported by the data in the 2 box plots. F, the median for the cats is greater than the median for the dog. Okay, so for the median for the cat is 10, and the median for the dog is 13. So 10 is not greater than 13. The range for the cat's weight is equal to the range of the dog's weight. Okay, so the range will be 13 minus 4, which is 9. And the range will be 20 minus 4, which is 16. So dog's range is greater than the cat's. So it doesn't equal it, but it does prove H. And it says J, the data for the dogs is skewed left. No, it's actually pretty symmetrical. Okay, number 8. A sporting goods company is preparing to open stores in 2 new cities. The store owner wants to know what items they should sell in their stores. The owner used random supplies or samples to survey people living in both cities about how they exercise. The results of these surveys are shown in the table below. What conclusion is best supported by the information in the table? A, the El Paso store should stock more bicycle supplies than the Amarillo. No, Amarillo should stock more supplies than El Paso. B, both stores should stock more jogging supplies. False, that's the least favorite one. No one likes jogging. C, both stores should stock more team sport supplies. Well, they're not the highest for both of them, but they're the second highest for both of them, so maybe. D, both stores should stock more bicycling equipment than any other item. No, because bicycling is the third favorite. Okay, so D is wrong. So C is the best choice. Okay, number 9. The chart below shows the number of students in each grade who are members of the Spirit Club at the Lone Star Middle School. If 12 more 8th graders join the club, how many 7th graders will need to join the club so that the ratio of 8th graders to 7th graders remain the same? Okay, biggest thing here is the key says for every dot is 3 students. So you're going to count the dots and times it by 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 18, and that's 10 dots, so that'd be 30 students. And comparing 7th to 8th graders, or 8th to 7th. So you're going to do 30 over 18. So 8th graders to 7th graders. And I'm going to increase the 8th graders by 12. So 12 will go up here over x. So you're going to do 12 times 18, which I actually cannot remember off the top of my head. So we're going to do that. Oh, that's not right. Oh, that is good. So it's 216 is equal to 30x. And you're going to divide by 30. And then you get 7.2 equals x. So it means we're going to have to add 7.2 7th graders to keep the ratio the same. Well, you can't add 0.2 7th graders. So let's say we're going to have to add about 8. Tomorrow on your test, luckily though, this answer would be a nice number, no decimals. All right, last one. Sebastian surveyed several students at high school and asked them how much time they spend outside each day. He recorded results in the dot plots below. Which statement is best supported by the data in the dot plots? A, the median for the 8th grader is greater than the median for the 7th grader. Okay, so let's find the median. So cross off, Sorry, guys. Cross off. And I get between the 40 and the 50. So what you're going to do is you're going to add them together and then divide by 2, which is 45. So the median would be 45. Okay, so do the same thing to 8th grade. And between 40 and 45. So you're going to do 40 plus 45, which is 85. Divide 2 and you 85, and you get 43.5. So that's the median. So the median for 8th grade is 43.5, and the median for 7th grade is 45. Is 43.5 greater than 45? No, it's not, so A is wrong. Okay, so the range for 7th graders is greater than the range for 8th graders, okay? So the range for 8th graders, range for 7th will be 80, I'm going to erase this, 80 minus 10, which is 70, and then the range for 8th graders will be 75 minus 15, which is 60. So the range for 7th graders is greater than the range for 8th graders. That is true. Okay, C says the ranges are equal. That's not true. It says D is the minimum for 7th grade is equal to the minimum of 8th grade. No, it's not true. The minimum for 7th grade is 10. The minimum for 8th grade is 15. So B is proven to be correct. All right, that is your review. Remember to study. Thank you, guys.